What is going on, folks? Welcome over here to the channel. Today we kick it off with episode 32 of the Montana Cattle Ranch series. So sit back, relax, smash that like button, and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget we are doing a giveaway, information in the description below. Let's get to it. So today we kick it off on November 1st over here on the Cattle Ranch series. And all our soybeans have already been processed. So we ended up with about 2,100 liters of diesel, and we're going to sell all this off immediately because I think we're going to go ahead and make a final payment for the end of the year on our loan, I should say. And I want to go ahead and just try to take a big chunk out of it so that way we don't really have to. I mean, we're still going to have to grind for it, but we can at least take, some of that payment out. But we ended up with 56,000 off that bit of diesel with an additional 3,000 for the environmental score. So that was pretty good. Now this is where I'm very curious to see how much we get off the soybean meal. I think. Yeah, soybean meal. We've got almost 63,000 liters of that. And I went ahead and borrowed the co-op's truck for this, just because it's already set up, ready to go. And I didn't have to drive far for it. So I considered that a win. Ooh, she's taking off slow. Hopefully this gives us a nice little chunk to add. Now I kind of debated picking up our cheese as well as grabbing our beer. I still may go ahead and do a sell-off on that, just so we can take a huge chunk out of this loan for the end of this year. So let's see what we get from this. Oh wow, that's better than I thought it would be. So we ended up with 127,000 plus an additional 7,000 for the environmental score. And that puts us up to 710,000. Now I'm kind of curious if I go ahead and grab my cheese, grab the extra fabric we got, and sell the beer off, how much we'll have. We should definitely be over 1 million. Oh, it'd help if I learn how to back up here. Now, see, this is where I'm on the fence about it. We could either do it now, or we just do it at the beginning of probably March, April. This is okay. We're a little crooked on the trailer, but I can live with it. I think we will go ahead and wait till March. And then we'll just make another big payment then, but it'll be an absolutely massive sell-off. I think I'm going to do it that way. So let's go ahead and make a payment here. I think we'll go ahead and pay off $1 million of it. And that'll drop us to 1,750,000. I almost clicked the borrow button. I'm glad I didn't. So let's click this button 50 million times here. I wish there was an option, like right next to the repay back, that you could click and you could type in what you wanted to pay back or what you wanted to borrow. I think that would be pretty nice. So, okay, we paid off $500,000. We owe $1,750,000 to go, and we still have $210,000 in the bank account. You know what? Let's go ahead and pay off another 50 grand. You know what? That'll do. I shouldn't need a bunch of money over the winter time, like at all. I see no point in really sitting on a bunch of it other than to pay our loan payment and our property maintenance. But we should be good with that. We got a little bit of money in the back pocket. And then I've also done some thinking. I think we are going to go ahead and get rid of our manure spreader as well as our slurry trailer. Or slurry... Be a slurry spreader? I think. I'm probably butchering that. But I think we're going to go ahead and sell those two pieces of equipment off because we are not using them at all and they're just sitting. So why not put a little extra money back into our pocket? So let me get back to the ranch and we're going to sell those two pieces off really quick. So these are the pieces that I think I'm going to go ahead and sell off. If I wasn't able to produce my own fertilizer already, I would definitely be using these. But the fact that we can produce our own liquid fertilizer in like massive bulk, I really don't think we need these. Now, I could take them to the dealership and I could get more money for these, but I will take the loss for them because we are selling it off. And I did not know that was a two-piece trailer system. That's pretty wild. And we'll go ahead and sell the bale trailer off. We don't really need it because we've been using the forage wagon to pick everything up. And that put us back up to 450,000. So we're over here at field number 33. And we're going to go ahead and plow this field. I want to go ahead and get these tram lines out of here because I have no use for them. Oh, that scared me for a minute. I thought we were creating field again. Thankfully, we are not. But why we kind of just abruptly jumped from there to here, for some reason I'm getting an error during the middle of filming or recording that just pretty much it'll take the recording that I just did and then it kind of just kicks up an error and it immediately stops. I'm not 100% sure what is going on yet. I did recently change our recording settings so that way it's recording in 4K. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or I don't know. There's something going on. I mean, as soon as I reset the recording software though, it works just fine. And sometimes it'll go for a long time. Just kind of strange to me. But we're going to go ahead and knock out both of these fields. And there we go. I think we officially erased the tram lines in these fields. Which will help us in the long term because we should get more crop out of our field now. Instead of having tire tracks where we could have, rows at. So ultimately, I think that's going to help our situation. But I am happy to have that done. That took a little longer than I thought it was going to, but we're still okay. Now, I do plan on making one last purchase for the end of this year. Well, now my mic decided to just cut out randomly. That was great. But what I was going to say is, we're going to go ahead and make one more purchase for the end of this year. And we're going to pick up some more cattle for our cattle barn here. So we're already sitting at 170 Angus beef. Well, the youngest are 4 months old. So I think we're going to go ahead and pick up, not 250, no. I think we're going to go ahead and pick up another 75 head of cattle for this barn. And that's only 26,000, so that's not too bad. One thing I've kind of thought of, though, is I don't know if it would be a bad idea or a good idea, long run wise, if we ended up selling this cattle barn and just put in another big dairy barn. I've kind of thought about it and it's been on my mind a little bit. I think we would make more with dairy cattle other than Angus beef. I could be way off though. I don't exactly know which one's the better producer money wise. So far, it's looking like our dairy cows are just absolutely killing it. And if we go over here really quick, we cannot sell any of our cattle until at least, I want to say it's 27 months that we can actually start selling off the beef. I mean, we could sell them now, but I kind of want them to reproduce before we sell them off. So that way we've got free babies coming in and we get a higher dollar per each head of cattle. So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about that. It's something I've been thinking about, especially since our dairy cows are doing so well. And I think the money potential in the long run would be uh, a better financial decision. But I could be wrong. We could end up making out really well with the uh, beef cattle. So I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Comment down below. Would love to hear your guys' opinion on that. Otherwise, I think we're going to call it here for today's episode. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.